Hey guys, it's Ren. Today we're going to be playing Pyrite Heart. This is about a princess who makes a bet with her brother that she wouldn't last a week in commoner school and has to blend in. Oh boy, this is as tropey as it gets. And I think that's fantastic. So let's get started.
That's an impossible riddle. You're not even trying anymore.
That's right. You win again. Even though he is the crown prince, my brother Kichiro doesn't often win at word games with me. Nobody does.
Of course. You say that like there was any other possible outcome.
There always is, Ari.
As if.
Kichiro sighs and shakes his head at me in disappointment. Sister, there's more to life than just winning every competition you dream up.
I know that. There's also failing. In case you haven't noticed, that's not something I do.
Ari, you only win because there's nobody here to challenge you. You wouldn't survive outside the palace walls for 1 week.
That sounds like a challenge to me. You're on.
What? The idea is so brilliant, I'm surprised I didn't think of it first. For the last 17 years, the only challenges I've been presented have been instructors, servants, and grumpy Kichiro.
You say I can't survive outside the walls. I say I can. So here is the contest. For 1 week, I'll attend a normal, average high school. If I come home crying about it, you win. If I don't, I win.
You have to be joking me.
Backing out?
Maybe it is my charming smile or the lure of a contest he foolishly thinks he can win, but Kichiro relents and hangs his head. If it wasn't for me thinking that you need this, I wouldn't even consider accepting it. I'll talk with Father and see to setting it up.
And remember, Kichiro, it has to be completely normal. No sending spies or influencing the locals. That's cheating.
If I did something like that, you wouldn't learn the lesson you so desperately need.
And what's that? What could there possibly be that I don't know?
You'll see. Pyrite Heart. My name is Ari Ramono, the cute and talented daughter of Emperor Ramono. Today is my first day at a public high school as a regular peasant. Father nearly had a heart attack when he heard that I wanted to be educated for a week on the outside, but Kichiro managed to convince him. I guess that's why they call him the diplomatic one. I'm content to simply be the brilliant one. If you say so, kiddo. There's something nice about walking to school in such pleasant weather. Father always had the instructors brought to me. I'd spent hours in that stuffy room with those crotchety old professors. The only breaks I'd get from the dull room would be when I'd get to go outside for physical training. Being able to play outside with the servants and my coaches was the best part of the day. I clutched my book bag against my chest tightly. This is going to be so much fun. All those hours of cramming are going to pay off when I show those commoners what I'm made of. Secretly, I loved studying and spending my time learning new things. You never know when that knowledge will give you the edge. Okay.
Please introduce yourself to the class. I'm Ari Ramono. It's a pleasure to meet you all.
I get a mumbled response from the class. They seem more interested in staring out the window and chatting amongst themselves than recognizing me. Only one person in the class of 20 shows any sort of serious interest.
There's an open seat next to Ryuu. Please have a seat. If you have any questions, Ryuu is the class president and can help with any problems you may have.
The only open seat is next to the boy with those sharp blue eyes that seem to bore into my soul. President, huh? He's the first person I need to knock off their throne.
Hi, I'm Ari.
I heard.
So you're the president? You're the best this school has to offer?
So they tell me. Do you have a problem with that? The cold response isn't what I was expecting. The icy glare in his eyes would have me backpedaling if I were more cowardly. This is perfect.
Yeah, I do.
This is so awesome. All those heroes from the old westerns I saw always use that line. Everyone draws their 6 shooters and the duel begins. Good for you. Did you just ignore my challenge? I didn't think I'd identify the arch-villain of my adventure so early.
I'm the smartest person you are ever going to meet. I'm the best and brightest this world has to offer.
Good for you.
Your title as the best of this school will be mine before the week's end. What do you think about that, Mr. President?
You're welcome to try. If you have any problems or questions about the school, Miss Genius, let me know.
Like I'd do that.
Why doesn't he rise to my challenge? Does he think he can hold me back with his skills alone? That's stupid.
Before we start today's algebra lesson, we're going to have a pop quiz. Ari, you don't... I want to take it!
The rest of the plebs in the class are looking at me like I'm crazy, but this is my first chance to overthrow their leader. I've got to take it. Ryuu gives me a quizzical look and goes back to clearing the books off his desk without a word. That's right, I'm challenging you. 10 minutes later, I've crushed that pathetic test. Seriously, this is easy. Seeing others struggle with it only brings more affirmation of my brilliance. Except for Ryuu, who finished a whole 15 seconds after I did. No one even came close to touching me. Take that, brother.
You all did well, but only one of you managed to score a perfect on this exam. There's no surprise on that one.
Of course not. The teacher walks back, handing tests to students as she passes. When she gets to me, she stops with a bright smile on her face.
A perfect score. You did remarkably well. Thank you.
What?
You did very well too, Ari. A 95 without studying the materials is quite impressive.
She takes my stunned look as one of shy acceptance and continues delivering the tests. May I please see your test? See what you did here? You accidentally carried one to the wrong row. If you'd slowed down and double-checked your work, you would have had a perfect.
Shut up!
I'm just trying to help.
I don't want your help. Just because you've won this round doesn't mean I've lost yet.
This isn't a contest. His smug attitude isn't going to sway me that easily. I will dethrone this monster and put myself at the top. This is my new life mission.
Leave me alone.
If that's what you wish. I lost because of a foolish mistake on my part. No, Ryuu, this is not over. Not by a long shot. Class moves by quickly. My hopes for another attempt at dethroning Ryuu are dashed, but I do get several attempts to flaunt my brilliance by answering several questions correctly for the teacher. Ryuu seems content for now to let me have my way with the class. His warm smile as I answer question after question doesn't waver. This will be his foolish mistake. Soon, his class will be mine. I'm a little sorry that he had to be the one I must overtake. He's smart, and his light brown hair gives him a sharp look. He'd have made a great minion. I glance up at the clock, seeing the hands finally bring about lunchtime. I could use a minion right now. I had to buy my lunch from a convenience store. Back at the Imperial Palace, a team of the finest chefs would make me 3 meals a day. I close my eyes and pretend that the dry turkey sandwich is a full 5-course meal of the best curry in India.
Irie, would you? I don't deal with peasants. What? Shoo!
The group of giggling schoolgirls quickly dissipates. Why would someone of my caliber waste their time with the riffraff? For a moment, I miss Kenta, my dedicated servant. That cheery guy with the fluffy blonde hair always has something good to share when we are away from the castle. I push him out of my mind. No, I'm here on my own. Good food or not, I have to make do entirely on my own, or I'll lose to Kichiro. At least my store-bought sandwich smells better than whatever Ryuu has. A smell of rotten eggs has wafted from his desk ever since the lunch hour began. I'll bet he's an awful cook. Only someone with no skills in the kitchen could make something that smells so putrid. Wait, that's it! I get the feeling we might be a little too evenly paired in math and history to ensure a sound victory. But Ryuu can't cook to save himself. I flip through the schedule and see that we do have a home ec class in the second part of the day. I have a sure win here. Why? You're a princess. You have chefs doing everything for you. You've never cooked a day in your life either, I bet. Oh boy, crash and burn, kiddo.
Ryuu!
Would you like some of my curry?
No, you can keep that foul concoction. I hereby challenge you to a cook-off.
Excuse me?
You heard me. On Friday, you and me are going to have a cook-off in home ec.
For a moment, he looks like he's going to refuse my challenge again. Do you have a theme and wager already in mind? Got him.
Of course I do. The theme will be cakes. If I make a cake that the class likes more than yours, you have to step down as president and name me your successor.
That's not how it works, sweetie. Yes, thank you. It doesn't work that way.
Backing out already, coward?
If you lose, you have to do one favor for me. Nothing perverted or any of the sort, but a favor of my choosing.
You have no chance at all of winning, so I'll accept your condition.
Then we shake on it. I take his large, smooth hands in mine and grip them tightly.
Deal.
Ryuu radiates confidence, and I'm perfectly happy with that. I like my rivals to have a little fire in them. So few people in the castle ever had that aura of competitiveness. They just accepted their inevitable defeat. Who really is going to go up against, like... You're the princess. You're royal. You have that privilege. No one's going to turn you down like that. No one's going to try and best you. Silly kid. I look forward to it.
I hope you don't bring that goop to the fight. It smells atrocious.
It's a spicy scallion and tomato mix I've been working on. Would you like to try some?
Trying to poison me before the contest? I didn't think a president would be so devilish.
I don't think I'll have to resort to such tactics.
Your confidence will be your undoing.
I could say the same to you. I fight back a giggle. Maybe I underestimated him. Ryuu could be a genuine opponent. Lunch is ending. I'll see you later, Ari.
Until we meet again, my nemesis.
Victory will be mine. Well, okay. Victory may not be mine. For the first time in my life, I've scored less than a 90% on something. I almost failed. How was I supposed to know what temperature you had to store milk? That's not hard! Milk equals cold. That's not hard. I glance at the small bandage they had to give me when I almost cut my right pinky off. My pudding mix in that class was ruined long before the blood got into it. Jesus Christ, kid. My lab partner was some snobby girl with some short black hair who wouldn't shut up no matter how much I told her I knew what I was doing. She kept sighing and trying to force me out of the way. Maybe you didn't know what you were doing? There's no way some peasant could have done a better job than I. But seeing Ryuu in the corner wasn't reassuring either. He strode around that classroom with that aura of unparalleled confidence. I refused to try it, but Miss Snobby said it was delicious. I may have finally met a real match, yet for some reason I'm greatly annoyed by this. I can't focus right now. Snap out of it, Ari. If you lose your head now, you will be done for long before Friday. You just need to get your head in the books and set up a plan. Gym class is the final class of the day, which is a welcome break after my horrid afternoon. Gym gives me a chance to release my stress with a little physical exercise. If you just heard my father sneezing, I am sorry. It's a little ear piercing. And I'm one of the best basketball players in the world, of course. While teaching these plebs a lesson in how to shoot would be a worthwhile endeavor, I grab a ball and take a hoop by myself. I need time to think. Okay, I think to myself as I take my first free throw shot. I've met my enemy today. He is both skilled and smart. This is his territory and a skill that is not my best. The ball swishes without touching the rim. That's what I need to do, a flawless shot at Ryuu. It'll be a 3-layer cake with strawberry frosting from the far reaches of the world. It'll be the most delicious thing he'll ever have tasted. My cake will be so awesome it'll be lauded from Paris to San Francisco as the queen of baking. All I need to do is look up a good recipe, and it'll all be mine. I toss out my ball again, nailing another free throw. Seeing the successful shot brings strength to my conviction. I can do this. I wonder what crazy request Ryuu thinks he'll be able to get out of me. He promised it wouldn't be anything perverted, so it'll most likely be something petty like money. Hey, watch out! It takes me a minute to realize that the voice is calling out to me. By the time I turn around, a rogue basketball is hurtling towards my face. Yeah! Ow! Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Are you okay?
That hurt, you idiot!
Oh, my lady, I'm so sorry. Forgive your humble servant.
Huh? How did you know who I am?
I beg your forgiveness. I was not expecting to lose control of the ball.
Wait, Kenta?
Dropping to his knee, my loyal butler is prostrating himself before me. Normally, I'd say this is far from enough for hitting me with a flying ball, but...
Get up! You're going to blow my cover!
My lady?
No my lady stuff here. Get on your feet before someone sees you. What are you doing?
He stands back up and gives me a sheepish grin. My lord sent me to keep an eye on you, my lady.
It's Ari.
Please forgive me, Ari.
No, no forgiveness. I ordered you and all the servants not to come with.
Your brother didn't think it was very smart, so he wanted me to stick nearby and make sure you didn't get into trouble.
I'm not going to get in trouble.
That's not what I've heard. Rumor has it the snobby new girl is picking a fight with the school idol.
Nobody's picking a fight with me.
I think they were calling you the snobby one, Ari.
Those low-life plebs, how dare they?
That's perfect. Oh. You're not joking around. Please forgive me, my lady.
Ari.
I'd scold most servants who dare speak to me that way, but Kenta has been with me since I was barely able to walk. I decide to let him off with a light rap to the side of the head. Sorry.
You'd better be.
So, it's true, right? You challenged Ryuu?
So?
You've never cooked a day in your life. I knew it! Oh, sweet summer child, what are you thinking?
So?
Oh, honey. Is your plan to give Ryuu food poisoning? That didn't work well when you used it on Lord Darius.
That was an accident. I have this contest won, you idiot.
If you need help, Ari, I can...
I don't want your help. I want you and your sarcasm to go back to the palace.
I can't.
You will.
The bell rings, bringing an abrupt end to the conversation. Kenta, the imp, bolts off before I can continue any further. See ya, Ari. You can ask me for help anytime you need it.
Just go home.
He makes me so angry. I don't need his help. I need him to go away and not blow my cover. If anyone found out who I was, the suck-ups and manipulators would come flying out of the woodwork. My blood is boiling so hot I can barely stand it. Between Ryuu and Kenta, I'm going to end up having a heart attack from all this rage. I really want to stay around and play some basketball. Maybe see if they have a softball field to bat some balls. But Kenta hasn't bothered leaving yet. He's still practicing with some of the guys from my class. I'm not surprised he's already made friends with them. Kenta has that light-hearted charm that tends to get past defenses of the heart. I guess I could stay for a bit longer and get a few more shots in. Is this where we decide what route we want? I'm assuming that one's for Kenta, so that one must be Ryuu, right? Right. I guess we'll go for Ryuu first. It doesn't really matter. I think I'm just going to go home. Yelling some more at Kenta while I play basketball isn't very fun. I head for the dressing room to get my bag and go home for the day. There's one thing I love about being free from the castle. There isn't a lady-in-waiting following me around with a schedule for every single hour of the day. I should head straight home, but I don't have to right now. I don't really have to do anything other than the simple math problems that were assigned in class. I have a bigger problem than those. Ryuu. If Kenta was right, then I really need to win this. I need to prove to those cowards who think I'm a snob wrong and win this contest. I kick a large rock in anger and watch it fly out of sight. I work hard every single day. Just because I don't associate with those rabble who drink illegally at parties doesn't mean I'm snobby. I shouldn't let them bother me. I shouldn't let my mind drift off of my objective, but I can't help it. The way Kenta was talking is making me wonder if even the palace staff thinks that way. Does my brother see me that way? Is that why he thinks he'll win? I kick another rock and watch it go bouncing across the park. Everything is so calm and green here. Why do I have to be red with rage? Please stop that. So much for trying to calm down here. I notice Ryuu stepping out of the bush I was kicking my rocks through. I send another one flying for good measure. I asked you to stop.
I heard.
Kicking in the rock at him probably isn't gonna get on his best side. Let's do that, I guess? I should kick one, just to spite him, but it would look bad for a member of the royal family to injure people. What's that look for?
Because I'm mad at you.
What have I done to upset you?
What haven't you done?
I'm being serious, Ari.
So am I.
A smile creeps onto his lips. It's because I beat you on that test, isn't it?
You got lucky. I was still the first one done.
Yes, you were. Good job. He turns back around, abandoning our conversation. I'd call him an awful jerk if I didn't suspect he might have been serious with that last remark. And now that we've gotten that out of the way, could you please stop kicking rocks and quiet down?
Fine, what are you doing?
So brilliant, yet you don't understand something as simple as please be quiet.
Then tell me what you were doing.
I'm taking pictures, if you must know.
I didn't think you were the peeping Tom type. If you are, I don't want you as my rival.
Don't be so insulting. If you'd like to see what I was trying to take a picture of before you scared it, come over here. Animal? Is it an animals? Animals? Blame my curiosity, but I'm willing to give my new rival the benefit of the doubt. I peer into the bushes looking for something.
What am I looking for?
Hush. The slightest rustle of a nearby branch catches my eye. There's something in here. I have to get it before it gets me.
Hiya!
Ari! I grab something furry and hastily withdraw it from the bushes. No wild animals are going to get the better of Ari Ramono. Yes, it is an animal. Please don't hurt it. Ari?
It's so cute!
I thought I was going to yank up a raccoon or a black squirrel and have the fight of my life. Never did I suspect I'd fish up a kitten. The cute little guy couldn't be more than a month old. I bring him close to my chest and softly stroke his smooth fur. He stops struggling and gives out a little squeak of happiness.
You're a cute little guy. What were you doing hiding in the bushes?
The click of a shutter draws my attention away from my new friend to my new foe.
Hey, did I say you could take my picture?
My apologies. I like to take pictures of cute things. What?
Are you calling me cute?
No, but the cat is. Ha! Jerk. He's a stray. His mother was run over by a car 2 weeks ago, so I stopped by and take care of him.
You do?
I'm not some sort of supervillain, Ari, no matter what you think.
I wasn't thinking that.
Uh-huh. I figured he was just a regular villain who would eat cats. Why would you think he's a high school kid? Ari.
But why?
Because he's cute, and cuteness deserves to be preserved.
Oh, I never expected you'd...
Do you like cats?
Yeah, but Kichiro always throws them out. He says we can't have animals where I live.
That's quite sad. You seem to have a thing for animals.
I like cute things too.
I put the little guy down and watch him scamper back into the bushes. I now know how I'm going to be walking home every night. I should get going. I need to study for the history game on Wednesday.
Oh, you have to study? How pathetic.
You might say so, but I've never lost once. I don't intend to start. I'm not going to lose to you, Ari, so you'd better study as well.
I don't need to waste my time.
Sure. Good night. As he walks away, I can't help but groan. I was planning on resting tonight and finishing The Once and Future King. Now I'm going to spend all night studying the history textbook. I'm not going to lose to him. I'm the hero here. He is my nemesis. But as I watch him stride away, I can't help but think of him and the little kitten. I wish he didn't have to be my rival, but I refuse to back down.